Hello, Scorpio. Welcome to Spicy Sunflower Tarot. Welcome to this weekly reading, this week ahead reading in the month of June. Whenever you're coming to this, hopefully you're coming to this reading with a situation in mind. We're going to be looking for the likely outcome of that situation. So I'm using the Journey of the Sacred Bee Tarot cards here. Thank you so much, Scorpio, for being a part of the channel. While I'm shuffling up, you can be thinking of that situation. And we're going to be looking for the first card to be the likely outcome, potentially. There's always free will. There's always shocking situations that change the course, the direction of our travels. But let's just look. Whatever it is you have on your mind, Scorpio, what is the likely possible outcome, that situation, for the sign of Scorpio? Scorpio, water energy. Despair. 9 of Swords. This is very mentally challenging. This is insomnia. This is something that keeps you up at night. This is something that you worry and stress, and you've been consumed by it. And it looks like there is a lot on your mind. So the potential likely outcome of the situation is more information for you to think about. We are going to circle back and clarify. So just don't get discouraged by that. We're going to circle back. So the next card is timing. When will the situation resolve itself? When will the situation resolve itself? The Sun. This could be in Leo season, which Leo season is at the end of July, beginning of August. July 21st through August 21st. So you could be seeing some resolution to the situation around that time frame. The Sun is the most positive card in all of tarot, so that gives me a little more inspiration. You could have things on your mind with the likely outcome of the situation for various reasons. Sometimes even when something turns out well, we still have worries and concerns about how it's going to affect other people. What are people going to think of me? Somebody that's just in their mind. I know from a personal perspective, I'm a Scorpio, and even when good things happen, I still worry about the potentials and what are people going to say and all that. So anyway, I think the timing wise could be towards the end of summer. And then let's ask, how can Scorpio support the most positive outcome? Scorpio, how can you support the most positive outcome? Knight of Discs. Knight of Discs is the Knight of Pentacles, a very slow mover. It means your physical reality, having a goal, having a destination, and just know that it's not going to be overnight that you get there. So you're going to be supporting the situation itself by just understanding that energy moves slowly sometimes, especially in our physical world. If you're buying a house, it doesn't happen overnight. If you're investing money in some sort of investment situation, the outcome, the benefits of that investment don't happen overnight. If you're working on your health, you're going to support the most positive outcome by taking it slow. Changes are going to happen, but they're just not going to happen at lightning speed. So just take your time. The way that you can support the most positive outcome is by being patient, being thoughtful, putting in your due diligence, but also taking your hands off the wheel a little bit. You don't have to control the outcome. You can just make your investment of your time, effort, energy, and then relax. How can you trust this is unfolding for the best? How can Scorpio trust that this is unfolding for the best? Yes, I know you've got a lot on your mind. but to trust everything is working out for the best, because it is. The wheel. The wheel is a major arcana attributed to the sign of Sagittarius, ruled by the planet Jupiter. Jupiter is about expansion and usually towards like abundance and finances. And it's called the Wheel of Fortune in a lot of tarot card decks. So the wheel is here. This is karma, and this is abundant prosperity. You can trust that this is unfolding for the best, because karma is working for you. Karma is what you've put out, you'll get back. What you put in, you'll get back. It's going to come full circle. All of your effort, your energy, your passion, your inspiration, all of those thoughts that you've spent endless nights thinking yourself in circles about, everything's going to come full circle with the wheel. The wheel is always turning. Karma is on your side. Karma is in your favor. Let's clarify, Scorpio. I'm going to set this down. We're going to grab that Ocean Tarot here and do a little clarification for the sign of Scorpio. So let's get some clarification down. Why is the Nine of Swords here for Scorpio as far as the outcome of the situation on their mind? Why is the Nine of Swords here for Scorpio for the likely outcome? Two of Cups, the Wheel of Fortune again, confirmation, and the Ace of Treasure. Okay, it is exactly what I said earlier. You have made an investment in something. This situation that you're talking about, it's hard to speak to it because I'm collectively reading for Scorpio, but I believe that you've made an investment in something. Let's give it a real world example, like it's a job. You've applied for a job. You've applied for a job that you would like to get. You've made the investment. You've looked into it. You've filled out your application. You've turned in your resume. Wheel of Fortune. We already know that's good karma. We already know that's the wheel spinning in your favor of abundance and prosperity, good fortune. It can be like jackpot energy, landing, in a good space. And then Two of Cups, there's love. There's a soulmate. There's some sort of a true love coming out. Maybe it's going to be the job of your dreams. But you're still going to worry. You're still going to worry. You're still going to feel like, but have I, because Scorpio, you rule the 8th house, which is all about, the underworld and the darks and the depths. And so even when things are good, you're still going to be thinking, but what this and what that and what the other thing. It's hard to just take things at face value because you're a deep thinker. You're a deep feeler, and you're going to go down into the depths of the ocean and you're going to be wondering about everything and everybody. How is my decision going to affect all these people and all these things and my life and X, Y, and Z? You're going to be wondering that. But it's going to be a good thing, Scorpio. Okay, just trust me. These are beautiful energies. Let's look at the sun as far as the timing. Why is the sun here for when the situation will resolve itself? Why is the sun here? Nine of Treasures, that's beautiful. The Lovers, Major Arcana, and the Three of Pearls. Yeah. I do think it's going to be Leo season. I think you might be a very independent, entrepreneurial, free thinker. You really run your own show. And the Lovers is there's going to be a choice to make. I think during that Leo season, late July, early August, there's going to be a decision for you to make. There's also going to be a celebration to be had. So your independence and your free thinking and your ability to take charge and take control and take charge of the situation in and of itself, it's going to be a positive outcome for you. No matter when it happens. I really get the feeling, though, end of summer. Knight of Discs. How can you support the most positive outcome? Hold on. That was a lot. How can you, what is going on here? Let's see. Let's figure this back out. Excuse me. How can Scorpio support the most positive outcome? How can Scorpio support the most positive outcome? By just moving slowly, making sure that you're not rushing into anything. King of Treasure, King of Pentacles, Seven of Spears, Seven of Swords, and the Queen of Treasures. We have a divine pair here. We have like the Mother and Father of Pentacles, which is the physical reality. So we've got the external action taking investment energy, and we've got the internal, more intuitive investment energy by the Queen. This is Earth energy. It's Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus energy here. And the Knight of Discs underneath it's what we're clarifying, moving very slowly, taking your time, making the investment, but just letting the situation unfold. That's how you are going to support the most positive outcome. Just beware. The information that you're being told or the information that you have available to you, there could be somebody twisting that around, not in your favor. But because you've got the King and the Queen of Pentacles here, that says that your yin and yang energy is going to be very balanced. You're going to have I'm going to even say like your head is on a swivel. You're looking around in a 360, inside and out, up and down. So no matter what people think they're trying to pull wool over your eyes about, you know and you can see, and that will allow you to move strategically. For the last card here, how can Scorpio trust that this is unfolding for their best? Ace of Coral, Nine of Swords, and the Knight of Pearls. Scorpio, you can trust that the situation is unfolding for your best because you wear your heart on your sleeve. You move with your heart right there on your sleeve, even though, you think that you are mysterious and people think you're mysterious and people might not understand you. They might not know where you're coming from exactly, but you're all heart. You are such maybe a tougher exterior, but underneath that, you are a water sign who has this gigantic heart, this Knight of Pearls, Knight of Cups. You do wear your heart on your sleeve, though. So even when you think you're being mysterious, I think it's obvious that you will lead with your heart. The Nine of Spears is you have been hurt. You've definitely been hurt. So you might not think that the wheel is spinning in your favor. You might not believe that or want to believe that, but it is. The Ace of Coral says there will be a new job opportunity headed your way. There will be a new passionate opportunity headed your way, whether that is a new romantic, intimate love, or that is going to be a job opportunity that you've been really hoping for. But the wheel is turning in your favor. And with the Ace of Wands showing up for you, that is beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. You can trust the situation is unfolding for the best. I believe when you do get that new desirable outcome for romantic intimacy or a job prospect. Let's get you a oracle card. Trust your vibes oracle cards. for the sign of Scorpio. Woo woo is wonderful. Oh, I love that. Card number 1. I know that I personally have received a lot of, side eyes, or I don't know, people being a little disparaging about the woo woo kind of world, but I was raised by hippies. I was brought up to believe that what I want to believe is where I should put my energy. I wasn't raised in a religious environment. I was brought up to believe that you treat people well and there's good morals and good ethics, and it's because you are a good person and you have love within you and you have light within you. This woo woo isn't woo woo to me. It's a natural part of just who I am. But I don't know, it might not be, if you're a Scorpio watching this and you're new to this kind of stuff, like saging or burning incense or tarot cards or yoga, whatever it is that you consider woo woo. I mean, don't knock it till you try it. It is not. It is not anything that ever has made me blink an eye. I just accept it as who I am. Woo woo is wonderful, and it is card number 1. Card number 1 is new beginnings and creation. Remember, we had that Ace of Wands here. New beginnings, creation, inspiration, something new, a new job, a new passion project. Woo woo is wonderful. Believe in the highest and best good for all concerned, for your situation, Scorpio. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for watching. I just want to remind you that I am on TikTok and on YouTube, and your likes and your follows, subscribes, and shares, anytime you hype the channel or comment, it just boosts the interaction that I have with somebody who might find value in this reading. So thank you very much. Be blessed. Be well.